Hello and welcome to Firstpost. Throughout the week, you're inundated with the news, the heavy-duty kinds. So, since it's the weekend, we thought we'd get you something different. The odd, the offbeat, the outlandish stories that didn't make it to the headlines. Welcome to Beyond Bizarre. Let's start with Japan. The nation is known for its oddities, and the trains there, they live up to this reputation. They're just as offbeat. Our next report is about some of the bizarre trains in Japan. And if you're a Pokemon fan, this report is especially for you. Are you familiar with Pokemon, the popular Japanese anime television series? If yes, you must know about its famous mascot named Pikachu. The world is crazy about Pikachu. Why won't they be? It's both adorable and brave. Japan has taken this love for Pikachu and transformed it in a way only they can. They have a Pikachu-themed train. It's called Pokemon with You, and they went all in. The train is adorned with everything Pikachu, from flooring and seating to roofs and cabins. Pikachu is literally everywhere. But this is not the only bizarre train in Japan. Even if we can't catch them all, let's try to learn about them. Japan has a Thomas the Tank Engine train based on the cartoon character of literally a train. It looks like a real-life Thomas the Tank Engine. But while this train looks old school, they also have a cartoon-inspired bullet train, a cute Hello Kitty train. This train has pink carpets and is decorated with ribbons. And these are only a few of Japan's fascinating trains, which are fast bringing our nostalgic love for cartoons to real life. And we're here for it. When they say it's about the journey, not the destination, we can't help but think about Japan's trains. Does the thought of exercise make you break out into a sweat? Does every cell in your body cry out every time you go for a run? Do you think you're allergic to exercise? Well, think again, because our next story is about a woman who's literally allergic to running. Don't you hate it when you've been running for an hour and you look down at your watch only to see that it's been like 5 minutes? Did you ever go to sleep in workout clothes just so tomorrow's you is motivated to go for a run? That strategy doesn't work out because neither do you. But hey, running is great. It makes you forget all your problems. Mostly because you're focused on a singular problem. The fact that your entire body hurts. Those of you who enjoy exercising may be wincing. Yes, you love running. You've already won. But the rest of us, it seems like we're allergic to it. No, seriously. Some people are literally allergic to running. Like a Canadian woman named Divs Mangat. She claims she nearly died after dashing to catch a flight because she's allergic to running. She sprinted across the terminal to make it in time, and she did. But as soon as she arrived at the gate, Mangat broke out in hives. She was even struggling to breathe. She was with her sister at the time, and what did she do? Hello, this is 2023. Obviously, she started filming the incident, and the footage has gone viral on TikTok. It has about 7 million views. But this is not the first time something like this has happened to Mangat. She's developed such reactions to running several times. She's also visited the hospital a number of times. After which she was given an EpiPen. That's a self-injection device. It's used to treat life-threatening allergic reactions, which helps Mangat. Though she's never been diagnosed, she believes she suffers from exercise-induced anaphylaxis, a rare disorder in which symptoms occur after physical activity. The reactions include hives, itching, flushed skin, swollen lips, nausea, and vomiting. In severe cases, even a dramatic fall in blood pressure. Now, this is surely a rare and serious allergic reaction to exercise. It's a physical reaction. But for those who suffer an emotional allergic reaction to exercise, or feel like every cell in their body is crying, we suggest a routine workout, Because there's no running away from exercising. Now let's talk about pregnancy. It's a personal matter, you already know that. But what happens when it also becomes a professional matter? Like when a boss tells their employees when to get pregnant, or rather, to take turns getting pregnant. What are we talking about? Here's our report. The road to motherhood is not easy. Pregnancy comes with its own set of troubles. There's nausea, fatigue, body aches, and a bunch of other issues. You probably already know about the long list. But maybe there's one problem you haven't thought about yet. Your boss. Because there are some managers who can't help but make something as personal as pregnancy an official matter. What we're about to tell you is not from one of those horrible bosses movies, but it may as well be. We're talking about a government office in China where a manager asked 3 women to take turns getting pregnant. Seriously, she asked the trio to get pregnant in rotation and not at the same time. Why? So they could take turns applying for maternity leave. The 3 female employees were asked to attend a meeting to discuss their pregnancy plans with senior executives. Though the women were surprised, they went with the flow. But what came next was a bigger shocker. A female executive asked them to change their pregnancy plans and not get pregnant at the same time, so they don't take maternity leave during the same period. The boss said that this would leave the company short-staffed, which it couldn't handle. She even said that the business would get paralyzed if they took a maternity leave. Not cool, right? Especially when studies say that maternal leaves don't hurt companies, they don't even hurt the economy as a whole. Instead, this Chinese government office went against logic and tried to meddle so hard their logic actually went viral, but not in a good way. One of the 3 women spoke up about this on social media, and the rage was widespread. Her post went viral, and people were really angry at the company. If they thought getting a female executive to dish out this comment would help them, they were wrong. What's actually funny here is that this government office is pretty much going against what China really needs right now: babies. They have a population crisis, and last year China had only 9.56 million births. That's a record low. It's the first time births have fallen below 10 million since 1950. In fact, 16 Chinese provinces recorded a negative population growth rate last year. That being said, as strange as it is for bosses to tell their employees when to get pregnant, at least they aren't sharing how-to tips. That's it for this week's episode of Beyond Bizarre. We'll be back again next week with stories that are anything but basic.